Was she really just a tragic hero all along? Is she the character that's lost the most in the entire MCU, and for that, she deserves a pass for literal mass murder? Is she someone that we need to really feel for? Or is she just a low IQ psychopath that has gotten away with some of the most terrible acts in Marvel history? This video, ladies and gentlemen, has been a long time coming, alright? Me and Wanda have been going back and forth for half a decade now, especially her fan base, who, listen, I try to be respectful of all people, to the point where even some of my audience members are like, Asafi, why? Are you woke? Are you liberal? What's wrong with you? Listen, at this point in my life, I'm trying to be respectful. But this fan base in particular, Wanda's fan base, might be a tad bit mentally ill. This is the singular issue, and it's because they tried to draft a very specific narrative. Wanda Maximoff is a victim that's lost the most in Marvel history. And for that, she cannot be blamed for half the acts she commits. They quote the famous quote from Photon in WandaVision, "They'll never know what you sacrificed for them." One of the worst, this is beyond, "You need to do better, Senator," from Falcon. Photon needs to be extinguished completely from existence. This character needs to die. I hate her for that. Here's the truth, Wanda fans. Here is the fundamental truth about Wanda Maximoff, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Is this woman low IQ? I don't think she's the brightest character that we've seen in Marvel history, but you can say that for a lot of people. I think, talking about IQ, this requires us to see her thinking and using her brain cells for decision making. She doesn't think. That's the issue. She acts. Little thinking goes into her actions. It is very, very noticeable throughout her entire run in the MCU, and we're going to go through it. She's also a terrorist. Wanda Maximoff has committed some of the worst atrocities in MCU fucking history, and we're going to go through the entire rap sheet, y'all. It is bad. ISIS and Al-Qaeda want her. They're recruiting her actively right now to take on the West. This is a fact, okay? Now, I'm going to first say some couple things in defense of Wanda, because I'm always objective. I am so objective in these videos. You have no idea how objective I am, okay? Now here. I love the power scaling of her. A lot of people say that she's even nerfed. And this is in the MCU. Thor and Hulk are pathetic in this universe. They are nerfed beyond compare. So the fact that she is up to par a little bit with her comic book version, and she's so powerful in the Multiverse of Madness, I love her displays of power in these movies. I'm so glad they didn't hold back with her. I actually think she's a cool villain in Doctor Strange 2. I'm glad they didn't try to make her hero after the shit she pulled in WandaVision. I'm glad that they made her a villain. She's a very scary one at that. Very, very good villain in my opinion. And we have to give her props here. Elizabeth Olsen, God worked overtime with this woman. This is a very attractive woman, y'all. I'm not gonna act like I haven't released energy to this woman. Very, very attractive woman, and God damn it! We're not gonna linger on this point any longer. You guys know what I know. If you're a man in the audience watching this, we're the same animal. You know it. If you're a woman, I'm sure you can appreciate this beauty as well. Fuck Vision. How the hell did a robot get one of the finest baddies in Marvel history? I'm so glad Thanos killed him. I watched that death several times over. Now we're gonna go through a rap sheet, okay? She basically caused the destruction of Sokovia and the killing of multiple people. She basically did that. Indirectly, directly, whatever. She gave Tony the vision that started it all of the dead Avengers. And she knew what she was doing. She smiled when she saw him go crazy with that vision. She knew she was about to fuck shit up for the Avengers. She couldn't foretell all the consequences of it, sure, but she knew that was a terrorist act, okay? She pretty much caused the death of many Sokovians. And are we going to talk about what happened in Africa or Wakanda? When she made Hulk go berserk, she starts infecting all the team with her mind powers, and she does it to Hulk, and Hulk goes crazy. A lot of people died, off screen for sure, when him and the Hulkbuster fought. It's all because of her. She did it. The amount of shit she did in Age of Ultron, nobody talks about it. Now, she does get karma for this. Her punishment is her brother dying. So she did lose her brother as a consequence of her actions and joining Ultron, okay? And she does redeem herself by the end and join the Avengers in a suit that I wish they brought back, because it looks really nice. Now, of course, women are no object, you know? A lot of these suits went out of fashion a while ago, but couldn't have brought it back for just one little snippet? in Infinity War? Come on, man. Civil War, she accidentally blows up a couple Africans in the opening act of the film. All right? I can't blame her for this. I don't. This was a split-second tactical move she had to make on the spot when Crossbones or whatever blew himself up, right? I don't blame it on her. Shit happens in the battlefield, okay? She felt guilty about it too. She felt remorse. Okay, I can't blame her for this. So she's put in a compound while Vision looks after her, while the Sokovia Accord shit is happening and the registration. Now, she's put here by Tony. Steve Rogers and Iron Man actually get into an argument over this. Steve Rogers says she's just a kid. And he's talking about her like she's put in prison, which is not, none of those things are true. I was on Cap's side in this movie. Tony's an idiotic hypocrite in this film, but this statement doesn't make sense because I wish I was in prison in a place like this. This compound is literally luxury. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She can just cozy up while the Civil War is happening. And she's a kid? Cap, who are you fooling right now? Who, how, in what reality is Wanda Maximoff just a kid, for God's sakes? She herself can't stand being in this prison, this compound that's freaking the size of 7 mansions, and she batters Vision and leaves with Hawkeye, all right? Causing more damage, more real estate damage while she's at it. Fine, okay. If I was her, I would have just cozied up in here and did nothing. But she says to Vision, I can't control their fear, only my own. That's great. So by controlling your own, your fear is being stuck in a compound that's literally a luxury freaking mansion. Great job, Wanda. But she joins the Avengers because she has to join Captain America because Captain America has a specific mission. And the government doesn't want him to do that. So, credit to Wanda here, all right? She gets stuck in the raft. Literally what Vision tried to warn her would happen. But she escapes with the help of Steve, and she joins Vision. They fall in love in a romance that we barely see. We don't see any of it, to be honest. It's poorly developed. But I don't know. In Infinity War, Wanda does well. She doesn't do anything crazy. She doesn't kill a bunch of people like she usually does. She doesn't blow anything up by accident. She does well. Okay? She sacrificed the one man she loved to destroy the Infinity Stone to stop Thanos, okay? I give her full credit for this. Not many people would be able to do that. Except for this pathetic line, this cringe line, I just feel you. The writers of Infinity War, watching that movie back, some of the dialogue is really questionable. Thanos kills Vision very brutally in the most cold manner possible. I love watching the scene because fuck Vision. Wanda couldn't do anything about this, right? So she's lost everything at this point. I feel for Wanda at this point. Vision, the one man she had left, is gone. Everyone she's loved is gone. So I can empathize with Wanda's fans here. So what does Wanda decide to do? She decides to go berserk and hijack an entire fucking town. Not only that, she creates 2 beings, 2 sons out of chaos magic and possesses an entire town of people so they can take part in a show that's centered to her. Her own reality show where everyone takes part non-consensually. Wanda, terrible thing you've just done. You have fucked the lives up of many people. A lot of these people could have died at the climax of the show. But here's what the show and Disney tries to do, because Disney has no balls. They're like, oh, it was Agatha all along. She was prompting Wanda's use of chaos magic so she could take it for her own evil purposes. It was her. This whole thing, Agatha all along, the music that they played, they made a song about this and they made it the title of the show. This is a psyop. Agatha all along is a psyop to distract you from the fact that Wanda's a terrible villain. Wanda fucked with everything, and now we're putting the blame on Agatha. You're diffusing responsibility from the main fraud. Now, Wanda beats Agatha at the end of the show, and we're like, oh, Wanda's a hero now. Wanda used chaos magic for good, even though she fucking started the issue in the first place. They'll never know what you sacrificed for them. That is Disney's plan along. We're gonna take Wanda, the most flawed villain ever, and we're gonna exact and exercise responsibility from the stupidity she caused. Is she a noble woman now? What a noble character, sacrificing everything she made, she created, for the people, as if that's what the fuck happened. Now, did she learn from this? From this literal terrorist hijacking? This psyop that she created? Did she learn from this? No, she did not. Instead, because of these 2 children that she created as a figment of her imagination, literally, that she knew for a couple months, that are not her kids, she's like, no, I love them so much, though. Even though Vision was the one I originally loved and was sad for, and was sad about. I love them so much. So I'm gonna do anything to get them back. America Chavez, the only person who can hop from the universe to universe, I'm going to take her and suck the power from her. And I'm going to find a Wanda with kids, kill Wanda, and take those kids as my own. And I'm gonna use the Darkhold while I'm doing it. And we're gonna blame my evilness on the Darkhold that's corrupting me, but these were all my choices at the end of the day. And if you don't give me America Chavez, Stephen Strange, if you hide him from me, I'm going to nuke the entire sanctum of wizards and commit a genocide, which is what she did. She sends a freaking one-eyed kaiju demon monster, which lays waste to an entire city, by the way, kills probably a bunch of people while Doctor Strange and Wong try to stop it, okay? After America Chavez. She finds Doctor Strange in his little temple that he has with all of his wizards, kills most of them. 99% of them are dead. She incinerates them. She kills the entire Illuminati very, very brutally. She's a serial killer at this point. Her body count is beyond any villain I've ever seen. I love Evil Wanda. Let me be clear about this. I love that she's literally a horror villain in this. But the movie tries to ignore that and redeem her at the end by doing a self-sacrifice where she sees all the crime, all the pain that she's causing. She's seen the pain that she's causing these kids that aren't even hers, and she says, I will stop it myself, and collapses a freaking temple ceiling on herself, making us think that she's dead. That is what you do with this character that's committed mass murder? Nuked how many people? She incinerates them like this. They don't even exist. And this is the movie just telling us, well, Wanda's just a woman in pain. You have to understand what she's been going through, you know, people go through this shit. People go through shit, yeah. They don't commit genocides and try to do interdimensional, multiversal murder. And apparently she's coming back for her own solo film. So you know Marvel's about to redeem her and make her a hero again and join the Avengers again. Because they have no balls. Of course they're gonna fucking do this. Marvel, they're about family and propping up female characters. Fine, I don't have a problem with that. But this is what you do? You're gonna just diffuse any accountability from this woman? This is her rap sheet. Genocided a sanctum of wizards, literally genocided them. Released a goddamn kaiju into a city, possessed an entire goddamn town for her own selfish reasons, created life, literally created two people, which is against, I'm pretty sure that's against magic law or code or some shit, created two people for her own selfish needs to serve her own loneliness, murdered the entire Illuminati, attempted murder of another Wanda from another universe, and probably to the point where she was about to destroy all other Wandas, attempted murder of America Chavez, caused the Sokovia pretty much city destruction, caused Crazy Hulk to go on a rampage in Wakanda. Steve Rogers could have literally been the one person that could actually have snapped her out of it. He was her coach, her guide. He's rolling in his grave at what Wanda's become. But they will tell you, the fans will tell you, she's been through so much though. You have to understand, no one's been through as much as Wanda has. Are you fucking kidding me with this? No one's been through as much as Wanda has? This is pathetic. Wanda is the greatest victim in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what she is. That's what they will have you believe. But in actuality, she's a freaking terrorist and a fraud. I love you, Elizabeth Olsen. If you want to know why Iris is also a fraud that almost destroyed the entire Flash series, watch this video here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.